we love your updates too.
I think we need Marco for the updates.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Okay. Shall we, everybody? Shall we start? Or we can wait for Amin. Let's start with intentions, distractions. Yeah, today, because we don't have kind of planning, we just plan every day. And we have two or three main epics that are on it. First of them was the canceled or deleted status that I think that's almost done. It's ready for testing. And another thing was, Transact. I really want to know how we can, test it on staging the whole process. I really want to know that. And Onboard.js is almost done. Also, we had verification, transaction verification that is almost done, and technical debts. The performance and scenarios about improving things. These four main issues we have, they're still in epics and are still in progress. Some of them finished. I think we just have to plan to start designing the front end and see if we can make sure that there is, the same backend services for them ready, or if we have a, kind of change from the design that we have to implement from the backend side. This is my intentions for this meeting. I will pass it on to Mohammed.
Hey guys, my intention is to talk about the issues that we have done in the last weeks, and talking about the bringing trace campaigns in the Giveth that Monique almost said all the needed things in the Giveth forum, but maybe we should talk more. I have it's almost clear, but maybe we talk about it, and some tiny issues and PR reviews. This is my intention, and I don't have any distraction. I would pass it to Carlos.
Thank you. Well, my intention is to give a status on the things that I have ready regarding canceled projects, also regarding the filters, all that's done. What I'm missing is just testing with Giveth next, the Transact, so that Mohammed can review, but I think that's pretty much also, let's just say 95% done. But I'm having a little bit trouble installing testing in Giveth next, so I'll do some testing. If not, I'll tell Ramin or Mohammed to help me out there. I have no distractions, and I'll pass it to Sherik.
Thanks, Carlos. Hey guys, my intentions are talk about Give economy, and we have some issues about deploying blockchains, and we have many meetings with Amin, so I need to talk about them here and give updates about my issues that done. I have no distractions. I pass it to Rami.
Hi everyone. Currently, I'm working on an issue about default image URLs in the IO that was hard-coded. For example, when a user uses a default default SVG image on the database, it saves a number on the database. For example, 1, 2, 3. Actually, it would be better to save the image URL on the database, not a number, because the number is not recognizable by other applications. Also, I'm working on the Giveth economy to help charity.
Sorry, I mean, it's just your turn is just intentions. We have everybody turns to talk about the issues later.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any distractions right now. I pass it to Mitch.
Thanks, Ramin. Intentions for this call is to see what needs to be tested, if there's any issues I can pick up, and that's it for me. Go ahead, Monique. What did you say?
And this forum post I added to your agenda.
Oh, yeah. That lovely forum post. Yeah, that's it. My distraction is meeting fatigue, but I'll make it. I don't know who's left, but I'll give it back to Monique.
Somebody take it, please.
So I'll just jump in quickly. I'm doing pretty good today. My intentions for the call is just mostly kind of check in on the status of see where the admin dashboard is, and maybe talk a little bit about what Mohammed touched on, is how the campaigns and projects will kind of cross over with each other and be linked. And yeah, just kind of see where things are at. And I'm not distracted, and I'll pass it to Lauren.
For this call are just to sync up mostly. Well, I'm like, yeah, I would love to talk about where we're at with Give Economy things. And if Jarek has any questions on front-end things that I could help with, and then just see what else is happening, any other updates, and then just like see if I have anything to add. Did everybody go?
Donna?
Hi, everyone. Well, I'm feeling good today, and my intention, I have no distraction. My intention for this call is to sync up with everyone and see what's on the table to just take, and what's ready to be tested. And I pass it back to Monique or Mia.
Mia.
Yeah.
Good morning. Just keeping up to date and synced. Thanks. Sending it to Mosaidi.
Hi everyone, I want to sync with everyone, and also I'm waiting for Marco to sort out things on Giveth on Figma, and then I have to see how I can support the project.
Thank you, Musagi. I think everybody's went, so I just want to, instead of going one-to-one, just follow up the epics first, and after that we can go and check blockers and more syncing. So as a team, what do you think that when we can test the Transact whole flows, can somebody please take the have estimation and take the responsibility of it?
Yeah, sure. Before, since Mateo was the one creating the donations with Transact, he sent me everything I need to install the project and create the test donations myself. So I'm on that. I installed the Giveth Next project. Having a few errors here and there, but I think it's related to the installation. Yeah, it's just I finished that final test. I tell Mohammed to review it, and I think we can merge it. Probably by tomorrow or Wednesday would be my estimate.
If we filter the all issues, there are still 3 issues. If we finish these 3 issues, is it done, Carlos? Or we need more investigation on other areas like admin bro or webhook, everything? Maybe the segment stuff. I don't know.
No. I already made all the changes of segment after talking to Mitch. That only the status completed. That means that the donation actually, the money went where it had to go. It's when I send the segment email to the owner that the donation was received, and a segment email to the donor so that he knows that his donation was made. Yeah, I did all that feedback that Mitch said. So yeah, what's missing is just like final test, code review, and we're good to go.
So we said 2 days. Just 2 days is enough, huh?
Yeah, today and tomorrow, and probably by Wednesday we can have all the testers, and Mitch and Lauren checking it out. Is my estimation.
And what about the front end side? I see another front end side here that the reviewing is waiting for Ramin. Ramin, are you aware of that reviewing? Are you on it?
Yeah, I have reviewed that, and as you remember, we talked with Carlos, and Carlos said that we don't merge that yet because we better to wait for the backend to merge first.
Okay, so if the backend side is finished, and if we need any changes by the Metal and we don't have Metal, who's responsible on the team to take it and finish it? Can you clarify yourself?
On the front end side?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I can help if Matteo is on vacation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Matteo finished it, so only probably code reviews would be the changes that would need to be made, or if anything happens. But until now, I think it's good.
If it needs some changes in the front end side, I just want to make sure that Ramin can take it. Thank you, Ramin.
Yes.
So we can expect that on Wednesday or maybe on Thursday, Wednesday, everything's finished. And I take 1 day for code reviewing, and for Thursday, we can expect that we can test it.
Yes.
Everyone's thumbs up. Every engaged one's thumbs up, please. Thank you. So just want to make it sure. And let's go to this big man, Giveth. Is that the PR is rejected? I think, huh, Mohammed?
No.
Or do we have another?
I had an older PR. I closed that and changed all the things in the new PR. And it's still on code review, and Amin is very busy these days.
So what do we think? Shall we forget it and you work on another stuff right now?
I'm doing this way. I'm doing in this way. I just don't thinking about that until Amin give me some feedback, and I'm working on other issues. It's in a corner. When Amin give me feedback, I would work on that. But otherwise, I would work.
What was the blocker? Can you just repeat it for me? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Verifying donations with the network data to see if the donation is really happened or not. It's in the code review, and unfortunately, is very busy these days to review this. He reviewed it. He reviewed twice, and I made some change, but for third time, I'm waiting for him.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think he is, of course, the best person to review it. I think he'll be a lot more relaxed tomorrow night after we get this code review by Edu. So
Great.
Okay. So let's move to our technical depth things. The most important epics after the transact is the most important thing I think we have. And take a look at it. It's not satisfactory. We still have a issue in the code review that is gray and it's not reviewer requested and it's draft. And Carlos, do you know about these things?
Well, the backend side for that is ready. Mohammed already reviewed it, and it can actually be merged. However, we have to wait from the front end. I think Mate started that, and I think someone has to take it maybe to finish it. I think he did like 90% of the work.
Who's going to be responsible for that? Mohammed. I think you can.
I can help, but maybe because it's some front end, I'm afraid maybe my code quality is not good enough. But if there is nobody to take it, I can take it.
Rami, what about you?
Sorry, which issue? I got distracted.
Can you see my screen?
I can explain it to you. Ramin, now the front end get all the projects and sorted locally and something like that. But Carlos made some changes on the backend to get sorted list from backend, and it needed some change in the front end. Mato did almost. Mato started it, but he couldn't finish it. You can finish that or not?
Yeah, no problem. I will work on finish it.
So,
okay.
Should I assign it to you or?
Yes.
I can assign the PR, but I assign the whole issue to get more about it first.
And if you had any question about the backend query, you can ask from me or Carlos. We know about that.
Sorry, my Zenhub is a little bit. So we talked about these items. What about these? This item is waiting for Cherrik. We're blocked by Cherrik right now, I think. User rails with login process. And this item is, you approved the change. I think Cherrik has approved the change too. Or they're still in staging. Shall I move it to? No, they're in the staging. Sorry, I made some mistake. We have to test it. Yeah, I think the test is almost done. We can move it. Just want to make sure. I tested several times this item. And about the loading problems, I don't have any clue how can I test it. It's just some, improvements, but not all the expected improvements are done. So if we take a look at these, if we have this item, we may also have a clue. I think, Mato, with that Google Analytics can have an estimation that we reached our goal or not. Somebody else is familiar with that stuff too in the team?
I used Google Analytics before. Do you want me to look at it?
No, it's not analytics. It's just have some performance regarding to have some metrics of how it does it take to, for example, a page to load.
How long does it take to load? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's familiar with that tool? Okay.
I don't know how to use which tools, but we can use some tools like Google Search Console or I can't remember the name.
Okay, I handle
Lighthouse, Lighthouse and something like this. I work with them, but Google Analytics, I don't know how report the performance.
I think Mato used the Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, yeah. Are you familiar with Lighthouse?
Yeah.
Jerry? With the Lighthouse, if I, remove this filter, Mato did some testing. And the results, it updates the results on this issue right after every improvement. It just, it would be a key for us to measure that we improved or not. On the last test, there was these numbers came up. So I just want to make sure for testing, when I select this technical debt and these issue is related to technical debts. We did these two. We have some in code review, and after that, we have to take a look and test it again. It should be kind of a testing site. I need somebody to take the responsibility and give me reports. And I don't know, maybe Mitch, maybe you, everybody who's interested, maybe Donna.
Yeah, I can do that, but just specify what we need. Just let me know, and I can do that.
Please take a look at the technical debt epic. We defined 4 issues, and we just done these 2 issues. And one of these issues is still on staging. We have to have the metrics of the loading first. And, this item is just related to another issue that came from the Lighthouse. And we have to monitor the improvements. And make sure that we reached our purpose or not. Right after this.
Can you tag me? Can you submit it to me as well? So
please take a look at the staging. There are still some issues in the staging. I can say their name first. If you take a look at the staging, there are still some. One of them is Lighthouse. 292, and also 271 and 270. No, 270, yeah, 270 maybe 270 effect or performance, where it's not. 271 and the light was 1. Thank you. So let's take a look at these items to Mohammed. It's about the pagination, and you're waiting for your code review.
No, it's the code review is done already, but we are waiting for the front end because it has some breaking chains. And Ramin has taken the front end test.
It's the issue that we talked about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We right now we can understand our blockers. I mean, whenever I want to assign it to you, my ZenHub word, won't work. Please keep it in your mind. It's number at 331.
Okay. Yeah, I know. There is a pull request that is draft. I know it.
Yeah, thank you. And what about these old stuff that are still in sprint backlog and nobody take it? Remove theme UI and blockchain providers. I think we talk about these two, and we think that we can do it after the launch. But if we have extra resources, we can take it. Rami, I think you're the only one who can
Yes.
talk about this.
Removing team UI is a really heavy task because we should actually we are removing all the styles and components, and we should replace it with some other components. We decided to remove because team UI is not a good UI, and we decided to completely remove it with the new design.
I got it. Yeah. So these things is nonsense. I can close it right now because we plan to use Giveth styles. Am I right?
Yes.
So let me close this issue. And what about the providers?
I think maybe I have done some of the Web3 and Ether.js conflicts on the onboard.js, but I should check that if he's still using Ether.js or not. I should check it.
Thank you. If it's still in sprint backlog, give it a priority if you don't have work. Okay. If you don't have any task, you can take it. This is one. I can assign it to you if ZenHub lets me to do that. Please let me assign this issue. No? Yeah. Succeeded. So, okay, we talked about these two important things, technical data and fiat. And let's move to remained back office items here. I think they're related to the forum posts. We have to make sure first about these resilience forum posts. I think we can reach a conclusion that we change the default to listed instead of unlisted. Am I right, Mitch?
I don't know. Didn't really seem like there was consensus here. I heard this thing about changing it to listed, and then Lauren says, well, they should stay unlisted, and I was thinking about both of them, and I'm really not sure, because if you look at, the big thing for me is when I think about how other platforms do it, like YouTube or Kijiji or any sort of open marketplace, there is a review process before things go live. And this protects the users and it protects the organization from a legal perspective. So like if we're looking at standards or precedents, like that's what I see a lot in modern applications.
I agree.
Yeah, they do it by AI. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh yeah, I think. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, they do it by AI. I just think that it's really important to have like a little bit of pre-screening type things, because otherwise we could just get all kinds of crazy things on there. Anyone could add any project saying anything absolutely that they want, and it could be like harmful or violent, or the legal implications was like a really big consideration. I think that the project should be default unlisted, but then I also don't like punishing projects forever if we're like lazy or not on the ball. That's why I like the automatically listing function.
Yeah, and like right now, RIP medical debt. I mean, the biggest thing is communicating it to the users. That's what I said in my comment. I don't really care what you do. What ends up being the best decision in the end, the people who are doing it need to make that decision. But we really need to communicate to the users. That's the real problem: setting expectations and meeting those expectations. Because if I'm getting messages about like people's projects not getting listed, then God, I can only imagine other people too. I'm sure that so many projects are like, hey, why isn't my project being listed? Or they ask someone else to make a project on Giveth. That other person does a bad job and they're like, hey, I can't find my project. They said they posted it. What's going on?
Yeah, I think it's been very confusing between the listing and unlisting, the verification process as well. There's been a lot of people applying for verification thinking that they're applying to get listed, and like even making multiple projects. Like they duplicate projects, they put one and then they don't see it on the list, so then they try to make another one. So there's been a lot of confusion around it. Personally, I will still strongly advocate for them to start listed, and that, like Matteo said, just have a disclaimer on them until they are reviewed and either chosen, and then once they're, so then that could cover like legal ramifications that could come. So, it's like this project has not yet been reviewed. And then, I don't know, in the future we talked about having flagging, so that can also come into play as well. It just seems really a lot of work, especially when we go in and we go through and we send like 2 different emails. Either your project is staying unlisted or you're getting a new email saying that it's been listed. And it just seems like it's all this weird, like cyclic circle tornado thing.
I can take the responsibility, but what do we think? Is anybody here that can take the responsibility and split these requirements to doable jobs, and we take it because I think it needs more clarification. First of all, we rejected the idea of automatically doing this because I think it has lots of it needs lots of background checking every day, because we're not still started on the scoring, live calculating. After that we can do it in the background and make some, add some actions to them, to their background calculations, and changing the status of the projects, maybe unlisted, listed. And the things that was mentioned, for example, the reviewed after every project, for example, for the YouTube or everything, they're machine working there. If we don't have the technology or we didn't implement the AI, for example, for there are lots of, maybe we can do it by, humans. So it has lots of operation pressure on us. So the idea of listing also has this pressure of the operation, and sooner or later we understand that we may change it. So I'm just arguing on this, that the requirements without evaluating on how we can do it, or how budget it takes, or how much how kind of technology that we are using affects the whole scenario that we decide to do. So let's take it together. Right now, for our situation, I don't think that we can implement things that's calculating and doing and changing stuff, at the background with AI or with lots of conditions right now. Maybe the simplest condition that, hey, if the project if nobody reviewed that, for example, this project, let's flag on it, or let's maybe email it. There are lots of events there. When I take a look at the backend side that we have, I doubt it that we can do it properly. I think there are lots of humans have to take a look after and make sure that it's working right after we implement it, if we assume that we can do it right now. So let's take a very simple and agile decision right now. And in the background, we work on this in the backlog. I think all of them are related to the scoring and the things that we have to listen to the events during the day, what happened during the day, and we do the calculation and stuff. For example, at the night, maybe we can have another repo to do some maybe machine learning and listen to all the events that we had during the day, and overnight do this calculation and edit some, for example, and putting some flags, maybe changing the status or everything. And after that, you can see on Admin this is the thing that I understand from this. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we can put a maybe simple vote here that we understand that we make it listed or not listed, addressing the Griff's comments that we have to have a clear issues about the emails and notifications. I think here Marco mentioned lots of good things that we can make them issues. When a project is unlisted for some reason, show project page, but with info that the project is unlisted. Contact support or create project or browse other projects, etc. For example, there are lots of UX stuff there. It's not just an email, I think. So I can jump into it, but I think the verification bodies know it better. I don't know. Helping hand.
I also just want to say that if we have an audit, if something stays unlisted for 2 weeks and we have it automatically become listed, that's not going to keep us from having weird stuff that could end up on the application. But having these projects unlisted, there's no way that as an admin that I can go in and see them to list them. And, before we had a problem because we didn't have any way to go in and unlist them. But now it's like I don't know about you guys, but I look at the app every day. I'm always looking at the new projects that are created. And if I see one that, is questionable or needs to be unlisted, I could easily go in using the dashboard and do that. Before we didn't have that capacity, but now we have that capability, to have admins that are active and looking at new projects. So I don't know that having an automatic listing function is going to save us from having weird projects on the DApp, especially if we can't go in and see the new projects that are being created.
Yeah, I'm support your idea if others approve it. Mitch, Lauren, Grief.
I have no opinion on this, but depending which way we go, I'm willing to set the requirements for it. I do have an opinion. I want to abstain. I'm using my abstain vote.
Yeah. Maybe we can make it another issue. But right now, for just being agile, I think that we can have this hypothesis. We changed from the unlisted to listed, and do some stuff for the users to know the flow, UX and the mailing and everything. And after that, I think we can have some, process on the background to change the status of them. I don't know. Shall we? Pretty
Sure.
good to see you. Thank you. So let's get back to the board. These two items, 306 and 303, are also related to this forum post, and make sure that if you have meetings on tomorrow, I think, or Wednesday, the comps team, I think, have a meeting on Wednesday. I think we can reach a conclusion and close these two, and split it to issues that we can start working on them. And there are another thing related to the dashboard item that was the canceled stuff. That's the cancel stuff, I think. I forgot about the number here.
245.
Cancel list 245. Thank you. He's in code review. Are you blocked or it's done? I think it's done.
I finished the backend of that. I added to the admin bro all the segment emails so that when you verify list or unlist, cancel a project, it will send the segment email. And I also, if an admin cancels the project directly, the owner cannot activate it again. Only an admin can do it. So I use a new status. Well, not new status, a status we were not using before to do this implementation. Mohammed already reviewed the code and it's ready to be merged and test in case there is any other feedback. I mentioned Mitch and Lauren in the card. So I added photos too.
Yeah, if it's, I see it's open. If it's not merged, why?
No, we can merge it now. To be honest, we already did all the feedback. But in case Mitch has something to say, I talked a lot to him about it yesterday, and he wants to change something, let me know, or else we'll merge and we can begin testing.
Sorry, Mike, I think we can add a new issue about that, because when canceling project, as Carlos said, it works very good. I reviewed that, but in the front end we should add some checking for that, because in the front end you click on the activate, it showed that you think you activated that, but you didn't actually, because it has no error handling for that. We can make an issue for that.
Please
error handling for activate. Add error handling for activate/deactivate project.
Okay, I didn't know.
It's in the front
no
end.
changes.
It's in the, it's
okay.
in the front end. It's not related to backend.
Okay.
Gonna take it. Ramin. Ramin is our hero.
Yeah. Ramin, he is the hero. There is another issue, the 152 that Mateo made. I pretty much already did that in this 152.
Sorry.
Add segment events to bulk actions. I already did that in this card, so I guess we can move that. Because I added to all the bulk actions, all the segment emails with this card.
The PR is also, is it connected or not?
No, I just noticed this card. I just found it. I didn't know about it.
Okay. If it's merged, I put it in the staging. If it's not, let it be here.
Okay,
I will move it after merge. I will move it after merge.
Okay.
Thank you. And I love something from Mohammed's side. He helped a lot. Whenever he merged things, he adds some comments how we can test it, and it's a great, real praise for that. If you would you please add something for everybody that can take it, have a scenario how can test it? It would be great. Especially, I think Donna like to jump into testing, and if you have a scenario from that side, it would be great. Thank you. So what is left from the canceled or dashboard side? I think nothing is left. We are still in staging with comments with Mitch. We still have problems with the trace entities here. I think we can forget about it and move it to done. Or maybe we can talk about the latest forum post from the Muhammad. Let me find the link here. Muhammad, would you please?
Guys, the bringing terrorist projects, terrorist campaigns in the Giveth.io now is only front end side. The front end call an endpoint from the Giveth.io backend and call an endpoint from the Giveth terrorist backend and merge the results and show to the user. And it's not good because when we want to go the sorting to the backend side, we can't do sort or search for the terrorist projects because the terrorist projects are not in the Giveth.io backend. So we have decided with talking with Monique and I think Amin, we have decided to pair a project in the Giveth terrorist. We assume that we have a project in Giveth.io because we assume that users are going to Giveth.io and then verify make their project traceable, and the campaign would be created in the Giveth trace. So we just need to copy. We just need to have some common fields in these projects. For example, we have title and description in Giveth.io and title and description in Giveth trace. We should keep these titles and descriptions, some other fields synced, and then after that we can have the heart. We don't have heart and like the projects in the Giveth.io for campaign test, and after that we can have it and something like that. If you have any question, I can. Please tell me.
So, according to comments, is it clear for you, or everybody has any objections of this way that we're adapting?
Personally, I think it's clear, but
I think we can have a valid address for every project because we assume that every project from IO get traceable. We just have some verified campaigns here that we can do it manually. Let's forget about them from trace to IO. Let's assume that we have just projects in the IO that get traceable. So for each of them, we have a valid address. For donations, in the long run, we can make any donations, type of any donations, traceable or not traceable. If they want to donate traceable, it can go through smart contracts, and we count them on the trace side, and we show it on the IO side. If they want to do it manually, they have a valid address and can donate untraceable directly to the project owner's wallet. So on the changing, I think on both sides we can have we can define a web service, and everywhere that there is a change, we should edit on the other side. Is this all from my point of view? Everybody has any comments, or we can close it?
I put my comment there, but it's similar to yours, but you have the deep knowledge of the product. I didn't know what's the process, but I just gave that the same idea. So
I think Mohammed answered to your post, but if you have any other comments, I can be in touch after the meeting. So go ahead.
I mean, there's a solution already implemented and it's reasonable. So no, I have no comments on that.
Thank you. So about the right now status, I think we can move it to Don about the admin dashboard integration, and we have another issue. I think admin.
Moni, can we have a demo of admin dashboard whenever Matteo is ready? Or
yeah, we have it. We had it before, and if you want to see it, I refer you to Mitch, because the admin usernames are limited and very sensitive, and we have to make sure that we can see and make changes. But Mitch is on it right now for testing. If you want to see, you can reach out to Mitch and get the credentials to see that.
For the admin dashboard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're not super secret, but yeah, I can share them. A few of us, like I know Lauren and Ashley and Hannah were already in there.
It should be super secret, man. Because it's everything from outside. If any of your system get hacked,
well, it's only the staging deployment. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, Monica.
but even I remember the user pass. The pass was 1, 2, 3, 4, and the user was like admin or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's just on a staging, but don't say the password loudly, please. Mohammed, go ahead.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, you said about DB. I have a concern. Do we have a regular backup from our production DB? If we don't have it, I think it's very needed.
I don't know. Somebody take the operations. Yeah,
I'll take that. At some point, I talked with Kai because I remember I wanted a backup of the database of staying on production, and he told me that it's something really weird. We have to actually talk to Kai again. Like he spins up like a backup server, something like that, but not just the database. So we have to confirm that. In my opinion, it was kind of weird. I think the simplest thing is to keep a database backup, but I think the change needs to be done. When I asked for a backup from Kai, he gave me another server that was kind of like backup, but I think that's a really complex form of making backups, to be honest.
I create an issue, it's very urgent, I think, and also very sensitive. So I added you, Carlos, and Mohammed through.
And maybe Kai.
And maybe Kai. Green.
GL. GLEE.
Yeah, Glee.
Yeah? No, it's.
Chili. Don't let me do a sign. Okay. So let's take a look to one more time to our board. For the Transact, everybody confirmed that it's going to be finished on Thursday and ready to test, a real test and a staging. So for the technical debt side, please somebody give me a team, give me a time that we can think that we finish, except this item that is not very important. These items are still in code review. Give me estimation, please. It could be 1 or 2 days, I think.
Sorry, estimation about what?
About
all the
technical debts should be done. We have just these two at the code review, and one of them was, assigned it to Ramin, I think. I just want to make sure that we've done all this stuff and ready for design implementation. Team, where are you?
I mean, I guess depends if Ramin, when he can take that card. Like I said, the backend is ready and review it.
So, Ramin, can you give me estimation?
I haven't looked at that pull request, but I think it may take 2 days maybe, but I haven't checked it yet.
Okay, roughly we assume that we can test it on Thursday too. Okay, all this stuff here. And about the canceling, we have another, it's this new one. Yeah, this new one that I added in the Sprint backlog, error handling, is also related to canceling. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if you want to have all the value delivered, we have to have it too. So as a team, when do you think that we can have this feature ready?
I think, Ramin, could you do it or your stack is full? If you can, if you don't have time, I can take the 340. Because if we do it fast, we can deliver it in tomorrow. Because the backend side is reviewed. Carlos.
Sorry, which issue?
340. Error handling for activate deactivate. I think it's not a big issue. It's just add some toast and like that in the cache.
Yeah, I think this is a simple issue. If this is a priority, I can work on it right now.
Okay. So we can deliver it tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramin. For this one and the other one that's for metal side are your priority before everything else. Okay, I think we ran out of time. No, I managed it badly. Sorry for it. I just want to have a review for a design. Everyone that wants to go, you can go because we're top of the hour. But mostly, if you have any updates, I'd love to hear from you.
actually, the last thing that I was working on was the donation. Right now, Marco handling that, and we want to start working on the create new projects process for the Giveth. The Give economy and givebacks are updated, I guess. Is it, Lauren? I think Marco I actually updated all of the comments that you leave there. And right now we're reviewing the donation, and then after that is the new project creation process. That's all of my updates.
So when we can start working on new design project page, detail of a project, homepage, donation, and dashboard. Let's give you something that we can start.
The homepage is actually done. It has a little bit of update. It has a little bit of update, but mostly is done. The layout is fixed, and I guess Marco actually done changing the homepage. I have to check with Marco and I'll let you know. But I think it's probably done. Is it done, Lauren? Do you have any updates?
I haven't looked at the homepage in a little while, but last time I looked at it, you guys asked me to rewrite the copy and change a lot of different things, and it seemed like none of them were added and nothing was changed since the last time I looked at it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know, but I can go take a look at it right now.
Check with Marco.
Yeah. With the Give economy stuff, though, I had a sync with Marco yesterday, and he said that, we tweaked the givebacks and the GiveStream pages a little bit, but now whatever changes will be made won't really impact the front end too much. So I know I already told Cherik that he can start developing that, and then I don't know if Ramin is going to contribute to that or you guys want to work it out. But anyway, that stuff is ready to go and to be developed.
Thank you. I love to have more, synchronized with the repo of the token economy. We have discussions and debates with Amina and Cherik. If we can convince the others participated. I love that Ramin reviewed the Cherik's code, and somebody reviewed the Amin code. It's very important, I think, to have substitutions for developers on that side too. But because we are in a rush to code and deliver without any reviewing. So I think that let's have a fixed version first, and right after we moved to this reviewing and standard coding. So thanks for your participation in this meeting. Thank you for all of your time. If you have any comments, please let me know. And have a good day.
It's Monique. I need a meeting with you on the testing side.
Yeah.
Okay, so to just have a structure on the testing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this meeting, we can have it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody. Bye.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Goodbye. Ramin.